and partially, you know.
Check, 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 check. How about now? Yeah, I know I'm live, Brother Jim. I was just having audio problems, and I still think I might be. Can y'all hear me? Awesome. Something went wacky. I had my little setting set to edit because I'm no audio visual guy. But how's everybody doing? What is up? I knew I was live. I just knew that I couldn't hear myself and figured you guys probably couldn't hear me either. But I'm glad you guys are here. Sounds grainy. Let's see. That could be my voice, dude. I'm kind of grainy. I've been having one of those weeks. It's been a grainy week. And it could be where I'm positioned. But who knows? There's all kinds of variables. But it's great to see everybody here tonight. Angry Tom's hat next door. Good to see you, my man, Neil McKenzie. Good to see you, Brother Marco. We've got Thomas McDonald, channel member in the house. We got Marco again. We got Colby Venable in the house. Brother Neil McKenzie. And guys, if I'm having audio problems, it's very possible, and I apologize. Neil McKenzie again, channel member, Space Ghost, channel member, Mayor Salt, channel member. We've got Joe Isabella, and guys, MC, and I've got an unboxing from Joe Isabella, but we've got MC still live, and I don't think he's done his giveaways. Feel free to jump over there and come back. I'm going to be here. I can talk to myself. Jim Tigliaferia, check, welcome, channel member. Your package went out today, and I apologize for the little mix-up, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Chris229, his subscriber giveaway that we're going to be doing tonight is based on his donation to the channel, so I appreciate him always. All you guys I appreciate. Let's see what we got. Thomas McDonald, channel member. Good to see you, brother. I'm caught up. B Shady, good to see you, man. And you guys, I should have been highlighting those all along. But as you know, it takes me a while to get my brain engaged, and then usually it never happens. And I've got so much on my mind. I could go off on so many different rants, and I'm not going to because I don't think that's good for anybody. But let's just say I have been, what's the word I'm looking for? Embarrassed, not enraged, but just kind of, just there are things, there are currents that have no bearing on me. What is up, Brian Holloway? They do, because I'm part of the community that I see, but I don't think I would have seen 2 years ago when I was just watching YouTube. And, but I'm not going to go there. Maybe I'll start a second channel, Javon's Rants and Tea. Tea is gossip in the YouTube drama world, but there's no need for that. That's the whole point. There's no need for drama. I think there's so much need for choice. There's so much need for everybody to do their own thing, their way, free speech all the way around, as long as it's not hurting anybody or infringing on anybody's rights. And I think the viewer has the right to watch and consume and participate in whatever they choose to participate in. So that's my mini rant. But you'll probably say, John, why do you have odd knives on your table? And I've done, and these never get a lot of views, and I don't expect them to. But when I first started collecting knives, one of the first 5 knives I got was a $32.50 Denim Micarta G10 regular QSP Penguin. Great knife. I kept it for almost ever. I ended up giving it away at a Friday Night Flicks. It was still a great knife. Liner lock, probably the best value knife out there. I think that's what Metal Complex said. Watch his live tonight. And definitely I would think QSP's best-selling knife. But then about 6 months later, Brother Jim Miller sent a QSP Penguin in for giveaway, and I actually reviewed it with my QSP Penguin slip joint, which I have. Because I just think it's a perfect form and function for an EDC knife. I like the slip joint because that's when I was in my slip joint days, and they added a choil, and that was about it. But traditional pocket knives, we had Austin on last week, for those of you who are here. What is up, Bama Ninja? Good to see you, brother, and good to see anybody else I might have missed. I'm on a short little tangent here. But after he got back, he sent me some of his traditionals, and I had this one. This is my knife. This is my exclusive QSP Hedgehog. When I got it, it was like $150, and I'm going to talk about this and the Jack Wolfs that I own. And the reason I've got these out here is there's a sale right now at traditional pocket knives where these exclusives. This titanium M390 is $70. This one's like $100. This one's sold out, unfortunately, the titanium, but this one's like $105. We're going to look at them because if any of y'all want to grab any of these, it would be awesome if you use my link. Doesn't matter if you don't, but this is the one that impressed me the most, and I do not like Ultim, but this is also available in titanium. And what I think makes this Penguin, first of all, I love the Penguin. Always did. Was one of my first 5 knives. But this guy right here is a button lock. It is S90V, and it's a deep hollow grind, where all the other Penguins are flats. This is a deep hollow grind, very similar to what you see on the Hedgehog. It's got a flipper tab, regular size Penguin. It's not the Plus, like this one, which is bigger, or the Mini, and you'll notice That's the difference in the flat grind. This one's M390 and a flat grind. This one's S90V and a hollow grind. So my only purpose to point these out is before I was an OG Penguin fan, and I still always think it's a great knife. It's a great starter knife. I would tell and recommend that to anybody getting into knives. What's a great knife under 40 bucks? If you're going under 50, I'd probably have to say the Miguron Morel. If you're going under 40, I would definitely say the QSP Penguin. But these were originally like $150. Let's look real quick. I'm going to share my screen. So I did pull this up, and we're not going to stay on it. I did want to share it because, and they're selling fast. So this knife was $150, the S90V hollow grind. It's now $120. This is the one I like because I'm not an Ultim fan. This is Jig Titanium button lock, hollow grind, S90V. Was $165. Now it's $120. I don't know why they kept it the same price as the Ultim. It's your basic Penguin with a hollow grind and a button lock that works very well. And then this one's out. That's the regular sized. This is the regular sized Penguin, which is the same size as the Jig Tie, the same size as the Penguin y'all might have had before. Was $165. Now it's $120. It's basically a Jig Titanium frame lock, flat grind, M390, perfectly centered on bearings. Great knife. I've got reviews. If this one, I don't know when it comes out, but I wanted to point them out while they were on sale because they're not going to be here. And then they've got the Penguin Plus, which is the little bit larger. I did a size comparison. It's a little bit, it kind of splits the difference between a bug out and a pair of two. So I would call it, for me, a medium large size knife. It's on sale for $100. And the Mini, which does not have the flipper tab, it just has the thumb studs, but I can reverse flick this, and this is a great fifth pocket knife, even though the Civivi Baby Banter and some others have more choil, but for a fun little box opener, this knife is now on sale for $70. So I point that out because I think they're great values. And then if you look at these Hedgehogs, and I wish they still had the titanium because I'm getting ready to do a review tonight after this live stream of the titanium Hedgehog that he sent me to check out. My buddy A to Z EDC also has this knife. So when I picked mine out, back when they first came out, I picked out the purple carbon fiber. I did not realize that the titanium was a good bit thinner, which I found pretty cool. So I really like that. I don't know if it would have changed me buying the carbon fiber because I like it, but they've still got, if you're into slip joints, which I wasn't, I recently became in, they've got all of their Hedgehogs, deep hollow grinds, M390, except for the Miami Vice, down to $105. And I've got the Purple Cow. Great knife. Very, very slicey. And something I'm going to talk about in a second. I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to reach in my pocket. Paul Mills, Backwood Blades. What is up, brother? And I'm going to pull out a knife that I carry all the time that I love. And that is my Jack Wolf Feel Good Jack. I've got a Feel Good Jack and I've got a low drag jack. It took me forever. I mean, even after I got into slip joints to justify buying a couple, and I'm glad I did because they're fantastically built, fantastic knives. You've got fat carbon fiber, titanium, S90V, a very nice hollow ground blade. All the specimens that I have gotten, which are only 2, have been great. I really like them. I paid $2.99 for this, and I paid $2.99 for my low drag jack. This is the third hedgehog I bought. I gave away no, this is the second hedgehog I bought. I gave away a regular carbon fiber hedgehog that I got for $88. That was 14C hollow ground blade. Thicker in blade stock, but about the same length in terms of putting in a slip, putting it in your pocket. It's not belt satin, it's smooth satin. It's not S90V, it's M390. Got a nice sharpening choil. Very, very slicey. Both of these knives are extremely slicey, and we can slice with them if we want to. I wish this one was still available because I'm a big fan of this guy. And I'm sending these back to to Austin tomorrow. And if I was buying knives, I would buy this for $105 right now. I would keep an eye on the site if you like this because it will be coming back. And if you're so inclined, if you use my affiliate link and then you type in, it's on my link tree, Javon TPK, traditional pocket knife. So it's Javon TPK, only on the exclusives, especially when they're on sale, you get an additional $5 off. So you can get this knife for, I think, $100. So my point is, when this was $160 and this was $150 and this was $299, I still wanted this knife because I'm a collector enthusiast. But can I honestly say that this knife possesses twice the value of this knife? Absolutely not. This is a great knife. For most people that aren't collectors, that aren't looking for, and this could be an heirloom piece, but who aren't looking for a specific, if you're looking for a cutting tool that's a fantastic modern slip joint. I haven't even gotten into the Lake Champlain series because I haven't tested those out. I saw them at Blade Show, but I've always had these guys, the hedgehogs. And when Austin had his traditionals or his exclusives, I really wanted to check them out. And right now, guys, they are super, super cheap. I think it was $100 for the, let's look again one more time. And guys, please, if you choose to use my, $105. And then if you use my Javon TPK code, you'll save another $5. So it's $100 for carbon fiber. But then there are also a bunch of other sales. So if you're into the other, everything on his site right now is 30 to 40% off, if I'm not mistaken, because he's moving through some inventory. So if we go back to, let's just look at his sales. So you've got some Great Eastern Cutlery Hawkbill and then all his penguins. You've got some seconds on sale for $40. This is a great knife. I don't see it in titanium. Here it is. I would get it in titanium personally. I don't like gold, but I could anodize it or live with it. I like the Ultim too. It's nice, but Bexars for $145. I've never been chasing a Bexar. I've got a rock wall that I paid $299 for. They're $215. Slips, little trays, back to your penguins and your mini penguins and the stuff I was showing you guys. I think these are great deals. M390, carbon fiber, titanium, really well-made hedgehogs if you're a hedgehog lover. And then the Ohio River Jacks, which I have one back here behind me. The ones that are left are $95. And that is also M390, a little bit thicker, but a great knife. And then I'm not that familiar with the Lake Champlain series. I saw them at Blade Show. If I'm not mistaken, they're a little bit thinner, but they're longer. They are a 4 1/4 inch closed length knife and a 7 3/4 inch knife. M390, titanium. Let's see if they're hollow. Half stop, it's all titanium. I don't think they're hollow. I don't want to get music strike. Let's get to it. Let's open it up. And I think it's flat. Let's see. But in either case, those are also on sale. So before they were almost 200 and they're down to 130. And it looks like they have almost all variations, all blade shapes, except for the titanium clip point. And then you've got some seconds. And I've heard, I've not owned, I've not seen, but I've heard his seconds are very minor, that he's kind of very picky about what he sells out or sends out as a first. But yeah, just check it out. Check out his sale page. Feel free to use my link, but everything on his site right now is on sale. So good to know you've got some carbon fiber QSPs. These aren't exclusives, but you're looking at 20 CV for $90. And again, to me, the Penguin is an absolute winner. And then some non-exclusive stuff here, $25 for the OG that I paid $32.50 for. Was happy to own. I would recommend this to my mother, to anyone in any color for their first, second, 12th knife, or if you just wanted a good beater. It kind of solidified after watching Ben and what was his name on Blade HQ, Ben and help me people, the guy with the beard, Ben, and he has his own show or did. He's come in and out of McNeese Rock, Bama, but I forget his name. But anyway, I was watching them, and that knife was one that was kind of hyped up for the price. I bought it from Blade HQ, waited 2 days for it to ship. When I got it in, I was blown away by Joe Isabella. It is so good, and I was amazed, even though this is the Penguin's a simple knife, guys. These are on bearings, but this is 2 slabs of non-weight relief titanium, frame lock, has the same snap, the same everything that you love, even that cheesy lanyard hole that I didn't love about the Penguin. And it's in a more premium package. And again, I know some people don't love Ultim, so that's why they've got the titanium version. I'm telling you, the smooth Ultim is very nice, and it's not that slippery. But that S90V, belt satin, hollow grind. Let me get some paper. It makes no noise. It is just therapeutically slicing. I'll do a little test for you guys. This happens to be, and I haven't done anything. These are factory edges. I've cut only paper with these because they're not my knives. That's the exclusive titanium. This is my carbon fiber, which I have cut with, and I've cut cardboard with this. And I don't think you guys can hear the blade pass through the material. And I know grinds are different. But now listen to my feel good, which is my favorite. Dude, Satu Dave is one of my favorite humans. Not because you guys aren't, just because I appreciate everything he brings to the community. He's so kind, so talented, and has so much potential. So this slices very well too. And this altogether might be a little thinner. I'm not good with a mic meter, even though I've got one. But I'm not even going to bring out the titanium. But looking at these two knives from a consumer standpoint, and I like to buy bougie things, so sometimes I'll buy a knife because it costs a little more, because I want it in my collection. So I'm not saying Jack Wolfs aren't worth every penny. That is not my point here. My point is This knife was a great steal at $150 at under 100 or half the price of a Jack Wolf. A different deal, right? Yeah, totally. I'm not going to dispute that. But now it's $105. And it's just a great knife. So that is going to be, and some people could call it a grift, but it's really not, because you don't have to use my affiliate link. I think you can go straight to traditional pocket knives and still use my code, Javon TPK on exclusives. It's Javon 10 on the other knives, like on the standard QSPs and stuff like that. It's weird that way. I don't know why. I think it's because his exclusives have a lower margin, and I get it. So it's only $5 off an exclusive if you use Javon TPK, and then if you use Javon 10, like I try to have on all the different sites that'll let me use a code. That saves you 10% if I'm not mistaken. But again, Jack Wolf, great knives. QSP Hedgehogs, great knives. Traditional pocket knife, QSP collaborations, I think next level. And I'm not talking about just the Hedgehog. I wasn't that excited, even though I've loved the Penguin. The Penguin's kind of been my deal. When my Penguin didn't have a flipper tab, it was thumb studs only. And every now and then, once every 20 flips, especially on reverse flicks, the tab, this, will hit my finger and slow my roll down, which kind of sucks. But it's a small price to pay for having that really strong grip, right? But you've got those detail cuts and that hollow grind, guys. I didn't cut with this one yet. Again, S90V, I think we saw that it was on sale for $120, which is not a sub $100 knife. But you can also get it in titanium if that's your gig. I've spine whacked mine, even though I've gotten to where I try to only spine whack fixed blades, because I'm just not a big player in the whole spine whack deal. And if I ever have a rant series, that's going to be one chapter. I've got spine wax, I've got blade hardness, not to dispute all the great science that we have in the community, but how a lot of casual users don't need to be made feel like they've bought something that they don't enjoy, or they should enjoy less because maybe it's not optimal. That's just a part of a rant. But guys, this knife, if you like penguins, if you've kind of wanted a little bit different penguin, these exclusives, and I think right now they're only these two variations, the PP Ultim in the button lock or the titanium, which again, personally, I like the titanium. However, I'd be happy with the Ultim if it was all that was available, because they'll probably go kind of quick, because that's a kind of rare deal. I think they only limited this to 200. It's on their site. You'd have to check. But I'm sure he'll make more too. So, to get into something, and then I'll get into the chat, but to share what I want to give away tonight, or at least one of the things, and maybe what we give away tonight, this is in the kindness, doing something kind for someone, of Chris229. He has sent in some other bangers that will be giveaways that I can give you a sneak peek of, but I've got to review them because they're review-worthy knives. And I stuck most of them in a case, but they're both awesome knives that I would have never really paid attention to. And I'm a big cold steel fan, but these are more EDC cold steels. But that's going to be a member giveaway. That is a, I want to say it's a Corvid C with Damascus blade. I want to say it's brass handles. It's a full-size knife. I don't know if they made one bigger than this, because I know they made a tiny one. This is not the tiny one for shiz. but it's the exact same size as my fixed blade, which I really like. Mr. Eddie, what is going on, buddy? If you need to go to bed, you go to bed, my friend. I saw something today posted on YouTube, and I'm not going to bring it up because this is not the John hour, and I don't want to do it in public. But I would love to reach out to you on Instagram and ask you a question. You don't have to answer it. It had nothing to do with you in any type of way except just an apology to you. And I'm one of these guys. I'm kind of an idiot because I've gotten involved in a lot of things I really shouldn't get involved in. But if I ever see things that don't seem to be harmonious, I think part of my personality flaw is I try to inject myself as a third party, non-judgmental, non-biased mediator, which is normally a pain in the ass. But I've done it successfully several times. I've failed several times. I hate to see people. Now, this is my ADHD, but to go back on that, some people, when they stick a knife in your back or fuck you over, I'm not expecting you to ever turn around from that. But a lot of times I've seen, because we spend so much time texting or in chat rooms or DMing, we rarely pick up the phone. Not a lot of us talk to each other. Mr. Eddie, thank you, buddy. All I want to do is, I'll just like to know, I'm not the kind of guy, if you guys know me, I will never spread gossip unless, and I don't think I've ever done this, unless I think it's something that the community must be made aware of. And when I say the community, I say my friends, you, people who always just hang out with me and support me either by being here, by being my friend, for just being part of my journey, right? Or our journey. Dude, you never, ever piss me off, Night's Edge. I am someone, if you saw the number of, I'll show you. Well, I can't because my phone's right here. But if I showed you my notifications on Instagram, on YouTube, on every social media platform, I've got so many. And I try to read my messages, but it's, to me, I only like to open it once or twice a day because it's overwhelming. Night, Lord Needham. Dude, thanks for stopping by. Lord Needham, if y'all aren't following Lord Needham on Instagram, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to post it. Lord, you can leave. I'm going to post his Instagram up here. I know all of you all are, but if for some odd reason you are not, I would say, and I'll spend a lot of time on Instagram, I would say Lord is my one that I look forward to the most. Not because he's necessarily the best photographer, even though he's one of the top, but it's the way he posts his shit. So I would recommend you guys check him out. Knife content that I love to look at. And Lord, have a good weekend, buddy. If I don't see you again, love you, brother. Grizzly Bear Leather Crafting, what is up? Night's Edge, all you guys, and another thing I need to apologize for is, as a member perk, I rolled out a Discord, which I do have. I have a server. I have been slow, and if any of you guys are like Discord veterans, like from the old days, and you know the ins and outs of Discords, and you would want to have a private live stream like this, except we could just do a private live stream where it's just you and me, and you could share your screen and get me up to speed on how I could utilize it, because I've seen it utilized in other formats. I've got some ideas on how to bring more conversation in, because what I'd like for this to be is a place where you guys get to talk about what you guys want to talk about. I hope to have guests from time to time, and will, to answer real questions, that'll have an agenda. For example, Jason might stop by tonight. You guys can ask him. Grizzly Bear Leather Crafting, dude, I've been on it in and out, but it always seemed toxic in the little rooms I was in, because ironically, and this is a whole nother rant, squirrel brain, apologize, but as close as we all are, inevitably the smaller the chat room or a group like a Discord, people get butthurt about other people's personal liberties and opinions. So when I say liberties and opinions, I think if you make an opinion and it's not in line with someone who is my friend's opinion, they're still my friend. I'm not going to try to change them. That's just me. I can separate people from their opinions because I don't know their childhood. I don't know their upbringing. I don't know what led to their opinion. I don't know where they are in their stage of development. Much less do I know where I am in my stage of development. I think I have 50% chance to be wrong. Really more like a 30, probably 20. But that's neither here nor there. Jay, the one I use for my hedgehog is Northwoods Leatherworks, but Duty Dagger. All these great makers like Duty, like Joe at Lancelot Leather, they all have hedgehogs, have hedgehog patterns. It depends on the type of leather. What I've noticed, because I've had thicker Jack Wolf slips, I've got a bunch of Etsy slips, some of which are really good, some of which are thicker. I've had some kind of thin slips that work very well from people like Troy at Northwoods Leather. Sometimes he's kind of hard to get to. I would say Lancelot Leather, Joe, through EDC Roundtable. I'll drop their link in real quick. Is a great place to get slips. And I'll show you some. The ones I have are not what I would get again because they're clip slips. And when I first started getting into slip joints, I thought I wanted a clip slip, i.e. a slip that would clip to my pocket, which I quickly learned that I like to just have them drop in the bottom of my pocket, just kind of my deal. But everybody's different. So the clip slips are great. Joe's got a special clip that is, let me put this link in here, that is made by Lynch Northwest. I'm going to show you one here in 1 second. And guys, feel free to try to pull me back on to a topic because I don't never have a topic. So full disclosure, the other one I've got is a perfect one. This one I bought as a blim off his site. I keep my GNC in it, and you can see the blim right there, which is just simply a natural leather scar, which I liked. But this is a Lancelot leather slip made for a GEC. But he has hedgehogs. He would just make it wider, make it a little deeper. You could form this slip for a hedgehog. Because that's one thing, if you get the right size slip and it's wide enough for the blade, and literally if I was going to order something from Joe, I would just say, hey buddy, I'm going to use it. If I was getting a titanium versus a carbon fiber, if I was getting a exclusive versus a regular hedgehog, the dimensions are going to be the same. But the tie is slightly thinner. But what I like about Northwood Leather, all of them, is they've got that little angle at the top. So me, being a weirdo, I like to have the majority of my blade covered. So I always put it in with the blade towards the top part. And it seems easier to pull out, right? But I think this slip is probably nicer leather. I love the scar on it. I'm not crazy about the clip. No offense to Joe or Lynch. I just don't like the little spoon on it. And I don't like to carry a slip joint up like I do my pens or my flashlight or my modern folders, which I use less and less, guys. Today in my back pocket, and one thing I want to promote real quick, and I say promote only because I want to share it with you guys. Hold on. Let's go solo. I don't want to go solo. I want to show it both ways. So I did a review on this knife. It got brand new American. Thank you so much. Guys, you have no idea. And I will never, ever shill for super chats. Don't want them. I'll never set up things that benefit people who super chat. I'll answer your question if I can see it, no matter what, if I can. But I do appreciate it. And brand new American, that's awesome. But this is a knife that I really became interested in. And they did send it to me, but I reached out and I had to do it a couple of times and ask for them. Big Idea Design Company. Dang, Ross, thank you, brother. You guys do not have to do that. Y'all are going to start making me feel guilty. But they're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm in North Alabama. Paul Mills has always been not only a great friend, but a huge supporter. But they're not only in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is 45 miles from me, but one of the first things I bought before I even knew they were in Chattanooga, because I buy stupid kind of overpriced shit if it's cool. And this is the OG Big Idea Design bit bar. You guys might have seen this. I keep it in, you could put it in your pocket, but I keep it in my bug out bag. But what it is it's got detents on both sides. These little detent balls. And it holds 3 bits. So I keep my T6, my T8, and I keep my T6, my T10, and then my T8. So if I'm just doing a little squeaky, I can do it like that. It's magnetic. It's also magnetic in a T-handle. And it's also magnetic if you really need to wrench down on it. So I could put a regular bit in here. I don't have to use Torx. But then when you put it away, those detents lock it in place. It's not going anywhere. And the bit's not getting bent on the end. So that was like 6 months ago. I did a review on it 7 months ago. So when I saw the Lookout, I was also very intrigued with Axial Gear because I've always followed them through Kevin's channel and some of the others. And this knife's available in 3 different blade shapes. And it's a USA made knife in MagnaCut, which this is M390. And it's made in partnership with an OEM, or was. So I thought they were going to be about the same size. That's why I got this blade shape. The Alpine, which both of these knives are fantastic. This is a $200 knife that's USA made in MagnaCut that you can choose 3 blade styles. You can jump the price up a little bit with carbon fiber handles. But this, to me, is special. I love the way they integrated this titanium clip. Because when they ship this knife to you, the Shark, Michael Morgan, that is going to be the best deal. And I've sent Alex a couple of DMs. He hadn't replied, just telling him, kudos. I'm so proud of you. You know, I'm not in the knife buying phase now, but I promise you I will buy and pump it up for you. And I always talk about it. I think it's a great thing. But this little knife, and not everybody has... And that's another one of my rants I want to talk about was business. I've run businesses. I've run high-end woodworking businesses. I don't ever or will never say anything positive about something like Survive Knives because running a business into the ground versus some of the challenges and costs that come along with running a business and running it right and treating people right is different. But neither mind. This comes with 2 sheaths. This particular knife, which is titanium, it's smaller. This is smaller than my bug out. This is a perfect size for me, EDC fixed blade. I carry it more than anything right now. It is in M390. It was $200. Comes with 2 Kydex sheaths because this deep carry, which is cool about it, it carries much deeper, than most of my other fixed blades. I usually keep it in my back pocket. So, Super D, right? So I keep in touch with these guys to give them feedback on what I think about the knife. And they just shipped out 425 Chattanooga made, Magna Cut, Alpines, and they will have 500 more ready to go in the fall. They are $300. I have not gotten an answer back yet because I have a feeling the sheath is upgraded to a kind of ambidextrous leather sheath, but I cannot stress out of all the EDC knives that I use that this weird little clip that you have to kind of push over your hem is ingenious. So anyway, I think a lot of companies that make their prototypes here, that design their knives here, that have the capacity to make their knives here, want to do it. And if you've got a small company that has a lot of other products, my hat's off to them. I think it's a great knife. I don't take anything away from Axial. They're probably one of my favorites. I'm going to check out another knife from theirs, but I am blown away by this knife. It came with a this ulti-clip. You can get that in a Tonto or a drop point. The titanium is not very thick. It's not very heavy, but you can also get it in a titanium or with a insert. Like you can put carbon fiber in it. You can put G10 in it, or you could get it in a full micarta handle. It is skeletonized, but really nice knife. Super slicey. Fixed blades are really starting to pump me up because we're seeing more and more makers doing them. And I fed back to a company, and I'll be honest with you guys. I did a review on this knife because they reached out to me. It's called the Remet something Saurus. It's available on Amazon through Remet store. It's marketed as a survival tactical knife. I like the look of it. It came with a ferro rod that attached to the sheath, and it came with an ulti-clip, or not an ulti-clip, a Maclock. It was a really good imitation of a Maclock. I took it off because it was too bulky. I also took off the ferro rod, but the ferro rod works very well. Unfortunately, it only strikes right up here. That's the only 90, which is way too close to the tip for me. But in all fairness, if you look at the unboxing or the review, the little striker that they send it with works very well. So I think it's a high enough quality ferro rod, and it's got a nice striker. But I would keep it in a different bag. So I've just been carrying this like this. It's a much bigger knife, about the size of my SE3 that I would normally carry as an EDC knife. But it's got really thin G10 handles, D2, and it's under $50. So I went outside and beat on an old piece of oak with it just to see if I could get the edge to roll, and it held up fine. Granted, I didn't put quiet bore cutlery or Stasa through it because that's typically not what I do with a knife. And I just look for cool knives. So my response to them was, it's a pretty good knife. I like it. I think the ferro rod, you could do without it, and you could do a much simpler mounting system, but you need to think about doing a small one. So maybe it's just me, but I recommend to everyone. I talked to TRM about it when they released the camper, the red line, I think it is. Great knife, big knife, 5.5-inch blade, but I thought, what a fantastic EDC fixed blade if it was a little bit larger than the Shadow. But maybe that's just me who likes those kind of knives. I'd be curious if you guys like smaller knives, because the one I'm going to give away tonight is a knife I didn't even know existed, but I've been carrying it for a week. I did a review on it because I was so impressed with it right before I sent Ed Harrison the spew, because I've had the spew before, which is a CRKT, very pointy Warncliffe. I think Jim Allen won my OG spew. But this is the spit. And the spit stands for something pocket inverted tanto. What's the S stand for? Because the spew is something pocket everyday carry Warncliffe. What does the S stand for? Fig Doodle, who's mobbing you, buddy? But what does the S stand for? God. Anyway, I thought it was a kind of cool acronym. But anyway, I think it's a cool knife because you've got this nice, I want to say it's a slight hollow grind. I held my calipers up to it and it looked like a hollow grind, but it is only 8 CROM 30V or something, but it carries and it slices very well. It also sharpens very well. The only thing I did on a very, very high grit stone, which was the second side of my Work Sharp pocket sharpener, was re-apex it. And it is a great little slicer. They all come set up as a neck knife. Whoops. They come set up as a neck knife, but you can put a lot of different mounting methods on it. And this one's an orange G10, full tang, great little knife. We're just going to do a random in chat. If we know you, if you've ever been here, if you said hey to somebody, somebody vouches for you, you're eligible. And if you would subscribe to the channel, if you want to hit the like button, that's great. If you want to watch the videos I put out, that's awesome too. Dwayne Letterman, what is up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, B Shady, the Moroni. Good to see you. And I've got, they're coming, it's coming from China. I've got a knife that CJRB wanted me to check out that I'm curious because I've been trying, like I said, I reach out to certain companies that I've always kind of utilized. Moroni, a year, buddy. Oh my God. That is awesome. I appreciate you so much, buddy. The fact that you've been here, the fact that you hang out, the fact that you find the content even listenable. And it seems like every week, even though I try to be and I believe this, debate, not hate guy, I seem to always get messages. I always rub somebody the wrong way. Palmer Conley, what's up? And I think what it is, my neighbor Chito, I think what it is I know this from psychology of adjustment and from being a fucked up individual, but we all bring in our own stuff that's going on in the hour or in the day or in the month to situations. So we might be more, not sensitive, because that sounds like a belittling word, but we might be more receptive to thinking a comment is derogatory or taking a jab, which I kind of find as an affectionate poke at people who I love, as wrong, or a simple, what I don't think of necessarily, because I'm simple-minded, guys. I feel like I'm pretty smart. What's up, Crispy Critter? In a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways, I'm very underdeveloped, probably because of my addiction for years, and I don't think before I speak, and I don't always think about the ramifications. So a lot of times, I break a lot down into black and white and try to simplify things. And I could understand if people were listening, they might take that as a totally different way that I intended it to be. Kathleen Smith, welcome, young lady. Good to see you. So I always try to pre-apologize. I never mean to upset anybody. If I ever do, if I ever go off, if I ever let out some of the things that I see daily that make me wonder, that I think should be open discussions, but I think that's drama too. I'll expect that kind of stuff, right? But when we're just doing knife lives and we're just talking about what's going on in everybody's life, what everybody's doing, what you're carrying, talk about knives, Spyderco. I did a video that'll go out tomorrow on, I think it's my top 6 USA hard-made folders, and my Shaman is one. And I want to show you guys something because it is in stock right now, or it was earlier because I posted it. But my Shaman, I picked up, I want to say at Cutlery Corner. Maybe it was Blade HQ, but it was the CTS XHP. A lot of people aren't crazy about that steel. It's one of my favorites. And I do have an affiliate link for this. I put it in my, and I can't believe I'm pushing affiliate links. The way I look at it, I always used affiliate links. And if you guys know, because I think you do, that it doesn't cost you any more to use an affiliate link. And if you want to help the channel, I know there are a lot of channels that you can help. And I would think you would spread it out. But I think this is a great, great deal. I would put, of course, other scales on it, but this is a black micarta Shaman, which are kind of hard to get. And my favorite steel. Some people might be turned off by the steel, but it is definitely a cool one. But there have been some great knives dropping. And the funny thing about me is I haven't been buying any knives, but I still like to look out and see what's coming out, because the way you'll see my channel go for the next few weeks, with the exception of the few knives that get sent in and the knives that I review, is I'm going back through my collection, which is very current, right? Because you can still get a Spyderco little native. It's a great knife. I could do a lot of videos on knives that I had come in, I loved for a week or two. I carried them. Mannix 2 B Shady is my absolute favorite Spyderco. The Shaman is right behind it. This is a Knife Center exclusive. I want to say it's Crewwear, and I put the Rock Scale Design Sniper Gray on it. For some reason, it's got a purple ball cage because that's what was in stock. I want to say that's a Lynch clip, maybe an MX gear, and then it's got Justin OCD for EDC's light spring in it with a ceramic ball. And for an EDC knife, the Mannix 2, guys, is a fantastic not only knife, but a platform. And that's another thing I've rediscovered my Spydercos. I really appreciate some of my Benchmates. There are a ton of my, what I consider to be super great knives that I've seen it come out in a bar lock, or whatever they call it, the X lock, which I've got 2 Kunwus in frame locks, and I've got 2 in that X lock, and I've seen reviewers talk about how the X lock's the best knife ever. I would put this knife up against the X lock any day because I know it has better detent. I know it's a better knife, in my opinion. And I've not tried the X lock, but I have 2 right here. My point is, they're great knives that are available right now for, $220, $230. They were OEM by Best Tech that are high quality materials. Again, this is an imported knife by Mr. Designs, but it's very much, I don't think it's a copy, but it's very thin, kind of built along the same platform as a TRM style knife, but it's a flipper only instead of thumb studs, and I'm not a flipper only guy. Whoops. There's just so many good knives. I mean, that I just think I need to re-feature, or at least feature in knives of the days past. This IQ, I would have never gotten. This is a quiet carry, but every now and then it's on sale. This is an M390. It's not a great action knife. It is not a flashy knife. It's very, very functional. It's a great EDC knife. It's a great office knife. It's very elegant, titanium and M390. It's not one of the corrosion-resistant knives, but it works fantastic. And I just think that's something that I got away from for so long. When I was working all the time, I was always bringing in knives because I thought that's what it was all about. And it really is what it's all about. Looking at the latest, newest stuff. And I'm still planning on looking at the latest, newest stuff. I just plan on kind of refocusing on some stuff that's still out there, that's still available, that in a lot of ways is as good as some of the stuff that's coming out. So that's my goal. On top of possibly doing a late night gossip show that nobody will know about. I probably should start another channel. The Clydesdale is awesome. I had one. I reviewed it. I loved it. It was a great knife. And it went out for a giveaway. Somebody won it. And that's what I'm going to try to do, guys, is every Friday night, I'll try to have, and a lot of times it's people like Chris229 who'll send in a knife or two or three or five for me to give away. And I appreciate it. I've still got a bunch of knives that I can give away because I don't carry them anymore. And I don't care anything about selling them. But the member giveaways, I'm going to try to do at least twice a month because I do want them to be nicer knives. I just think they should be. And I haven't gotten to the point yet because I don't think I really have been there long enough to reach out to a company and say, hey, I think it would be good for you as a company to donate a knife for me to review and give away. I'm real close to that because I've gotten very comfortable saying no to companies. And I do have what I think is a very unique way in building my link tree and working with the companies that I kind of choose to work with. This was interesting because it was presented to me. It was Amazon. As you guys know, if you look at my old videos, some of my best finds, and I got a lot of grief for some of them, but value for dollar, were Amazon knives. And I was curious to check it out. But mostly everything that you see are partners that I've sought out. People that I would think, okay, if I was going to go through and buy a knife and I had a problem with it, which retailers? And there's one retailer that I put on there because I know they will take care of problems. It might take a little bit longer, right? Kathleen Smith, I mean, I totally appreciate it. I'm getting ready to open one of them. Yeah, guys, I'm getting ready to be old on Tuesday. I get old. I never talk about it because to me, it's another successful lap around the sun if I made it. But again, if And TRM is a link that I've got on my link tree that I have no affiliation with. So I don't get any type of referral. Not that I'm in it for referrals. What I'm in it for is most of you guys have contact to me. Most of you guys knew me before I had a channel, or a lot of you did. And hopefully I remain that level of credibility. And that's all I really hope to do. Yeah, I mean, I will show knives, and I rarely shit on knives. I do that for a reason. I like to reach out to somebody and say, hey, something's wrong with this. And I've had people not respond, and I've had to shit on a couple of knives, but that's just not my vibe. It could be, because I think we have to evolve all the time. And I'm in the absolute reality that I've kind of got to change some of the things I do in my content, right? I've got to do something to, not to differentiate, but just to maybe I need to, and I think I should, because I'm your basic user, right? I don't have a lot of knife knowledge. I don't have, I can sharpen on a fixed angle system pretty well. I can generally tell the difference in blade shapes. But when I watch things, and hats off to Rochambeau, if you guys aren't following Rochambeau, please, please, please follow Rochambeau. He is doing more, I think, for questioning the way testing's being done by other people. I think he's bringing more to, we have a creator group that I just happen to be part of, where he put together, he basically put together the mod. I think it was a second mod contest where he did it for both creators, and he did one for viewers. And it was a live stream that I think was last night, and it was really entertaining. And it took a lot of time from him to put it together. And his production's great, but most importantly is he's spending a lot of time learning about the things that I don't care about, but I think are very valid to the community, like steel hardness. And he's one of these guys that I see putting his neck out, kind of rebuting some of the other, I don't know, other sides, right? So it's kind of a cool deal to see someone like that kind of blaze ahead. And I think Roll's going to do a great deal. I think you guys should check him out if you're not. He is an absolute rock star. Grizzly, don't go to sleep. What I'm going to do, we've only got a few people in here, so I'm going to give away the first knife now. And I'm going to find another knife to give away shortly. So what we're going to give away now, sit tight for just a few minutes. Let me pull this up. And then the people that come late, if people come late, because there are a lot, I mean, more and more people are doing streams, and I get it. I picked a really odd night, but I did it a long time ago, and it was never, let's see, what is it? It is the, so this is a longer one, guys, but there are no spaces. There is a hashtag. There are no capital letters, but there are 2 S's. So drop this in the comment. This is for the CRKT Spit, and this is been donated by Chris229. So what I want everyone to put in the chat is hashtag Chris Spit. Now, someone has to recognize you. You have to be someone, and I always have the same people, so I don't worry about this. But if it's just some random person that we have no idea who it is, we have to let the community decide. The community are the people in the chat. So everybody throw it in there. We've got 39 people in here. I'd like to get at least 80% of those in, because it is a very cool knife. And if you email me tonight your address, I'll do my best to get it shipped out tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem. So let's do this. All right, we're at 21 entries. We are at 43 people. So I'm going to give Chris Spit about 1 minute. And my minute is going to be how long it takes me to drink this. Crazy Roach. See, we can catch second and third accounts. What a lot of people don't realize is there are a community of us that talk, and we also all use similar shipping software. So, again, we don't call out people all the time because usually it's good people. And if it's you and your wife and even your kid that are entering, that's fine. It's just people who are simply gaming the system to take advantage of. Jesse, you need to put a hashtag in, buddy. You put a, I do it all the time. You missed out. You get another one. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to make out the, or take out duplicates. So go ahead and put a hashtag, Chris Spit. Then I'll give you a few more seconds because we're at 31 entries. We're at 39 people. Hector, I rub people the wrong way every week. You won't realize, my man, I've learned this. When I turned, it's been a while ago, when I turned a little bit over 50, maybe 52, I realized that my opinion mattered really to no one, especially on the internet. I try to do things right, but I fail all the time. I'm under construction. I'm always trying to do better. I admit that. But at the same time, I just don't care. But unfortunately, or fortunately, we're all so different that even the smallest thing, for example, I can pull out one particular knife made by one particular knife maker. And you know, it'll turn a lot of people sideways. There are factions within the community, which is good. I mean, I think there should always be, you know, people that, but an echo chamber's one thing. All right, guys, we're at 36 entries. I'm going to give it 10 seconds. 9. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my notebook because I fucked up Friday night. Because I did multiples, and I know I'm going to do another just subscriber giveaway because this one's an early one. So this is the Spit. All right, guys, good luck. Knight's Edge got in. Is everybody in? Everybody get in. Chris Pitt's in. Awesome. Good luck, guys. We're going to draw for it. We got 38 out of 41. That's a pretty good ratio. That gives y'all a good chance. Good luck, guys. And it is Jay Cameron. Very, very active and participant in our lives. Jay, congratulations. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to stick an email up here. For some reason, I always give the wrong email. So I do have, if you go to my channel and you hit email, and there might be another one on there, but if you hit email, it'll take you to my new channel email, which is supposed to be easier, but it's longer. Not really. It's just my channel name at Google or at Gmail.
On the website wikihow.com, they say, go
Hush,
to
Google.
https://
Hey, Google, stop. I mean, you can just say the name and it's so listening to you. Don't get a smart home because they're not smart. All right, Joanna's Knife Flicks. Congratulations, Jay. If you will shoot me an email, if you happen to get a chance to tonight, I will get it out to you tomorrow. And I'll also, your email allows me to send you tracking. So it's good stuff. It'll help you out. If you can't send it tomorrow, I'll get it out Monday. but it's ready to ship. And I am going to find another giveaway. So what I'm going to do, we've been going for about 1 hour and 18 minutes. I'm going to let those of you who want to watch a commercial. And the only reason I say that is all I'm doing is walking to get a knife. So you can mute it. You can skip it. It just, to me, I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm doing a little something. And it's the same thing as putting up the wait for me screen, right? And it could be because I know, as being an ad guy, that you might see something that's actually valid to you. We'll see. How do I do this? I don't even know how to do it. I think I just fucked it up. What? I'm going to say skip ads, because that's what I wanted to do. I want to skip ads. And I want to... All right. It looks like somehow I really fucked up. And if you see an ad, you shouldn't. But if you do, it's because I accidentally hit an ad automator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this. I'm going to go... All right, guys, can you hear me? I am back. All right, so what I'm going to give away now is something a little different, something that's kind of big, something that's going to be a pain in the ass to ship, but I've done my review on it. Now I'm going to put the original tech clip. I've got the original box and the fire starter in it. But I'm going to give away the Remet Allosaurus. And guys, I'm telling you, this is a great camp, hiking, take out in the yard, beat the hell out of, fixed blade. It's not that big, really. If you look at it compared to my Vero Axon, which is a knife I carry a lot. It's just thinner. So I did recommend that they offer it in a smaller size. But I also gave it the $50 Javon seal of approval. Like I said, I've chopped with this. I did strop it, but it's D2, so I should have actually sharpened it after hacking it into the wood because I was just trying to get the blade to roll. It's a good knife. And it's not going to cost you guys anything for me to ship it. And it will come in its original box. If you watch the video I did on it, I took the scales off. It is a nice weight relief, very thin G10 scales, nicely contoured. And we'll give this one away a little bit later. Because what I want to do is I want to open, without doxing, a package that Brother Joe Isabella sent me. And Joe Isabella not only is a fantastic human being, but he is an absolute artist and craftsman. And I've got so many different pieces. And my other B-ups are over by my, let me reach them. If y'all could see my recording place. I've got them around. Trust me. I've got one more that's got little eyes and a stump. But they're beautiful pieces. That says B up. So what I'm going to do, what is that? Pocket metal? You've got a back door, brother. Jump in. All right, I'm going to take the QSP Hedgehog that cuts every bit as good as the Jack Wolf. That's much more expensive, but it's still a good knife. And I'm going to cut into this box. And Joe was kind enough to send this out. As an early B-Day present. And every time he sends something, it is just too cool. So we've got that down. And some of these may find their way wow. Guys, we've got a bunch of little things to look at here. Joe, I love you, man. You are a fantastic human being, an absolute gentleman, and a craftsman. So what we've got here is we've got these little oh my gosh, pieces of out of this world. My camera's not doing it justice. Pocket jank. Would you look at that? And guys, I'll post some high-res pictures of these as we get into them. Joe, that is unbelievable. This is next level and brought chills to my arms. So that's the front side or the back side. B up with the arrow and the inlays. B, see the two holes? The E, the U, the P with the hole. But those are inlays. Look at the back. That is next level. Guys, I am stoked. I love handmade. Oh my gosh. I should have done an unboxing, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little feature on them. Look at that. You can't feel it. You can't see the depth in that, and it's not abalone. But it looks like, you can maybe see it right there. It looks like there is 1/4 of an inch, and there probably is, of depth down to that second layer. That is stunning. These would be great to play with when the Indian spirits were running around your head. Joe, you're going to have to call me tomorrow and tell me how you're making these. I get the wood, even though I don't have the talent or even the ability to keep from slicing through my finger, but I don't know if that looks like inset individual materials in some type of medium. Oh my God. Guys, this is absolutely stunning. We've got a couple more pieces to go through. Cheese wedge. Check it out, guys. A cheese wedge and a little cheese wedge, which means I may be able to include some Joe swag in a future Friday Night Flicks. Because I think the more people that see, this is, I'm assuming that's fat carbon. This 100% joined with, it almost looks like a butterscotch, or not a butterscotch, like a vintage caramel micarta. But there's absolutely no seam. It is as smooth as it can be. And the camera's not doing it justice because the light pops off. This one, to my colorblind eyes, has red, kind of a gray blue and a gray and some black. And then you got this beautiful caramel colored, either micarta or epoxy. Just unbelievable. Okay. Joe. You have come a long way, baby. Oh, guys. See, these are the type pieces that I like to put in a small frame. Not even rub on them, but just absolutely marvel at them. Because my past life, a long time ago, I was a vice president of a small, we were national, but we were a small high-end woodworking company. And I did all their marketing and all their collateral. And I don't know if this is cherry, if it's walnut, but it's got beautiful, beautiful acrylic. That is an awesome piece. Hey, we've got a guest stopping by, guys. Oh, you already showed up. I didn't know. For some reason, I didn't know you were there. That's weird. How are you, brother?
Yep.
What's going on, my man?
Is my microphone working?
It sounds good. What are you hearing?
I hear distortion.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn off the
My
music.
gain is. You got echo.
Shouldn't. I had it turned off. Hold on a sec. No, I've got it canceled. I haven't changed it since the last time we did it. Are you hearing an echo? Let me turn off my phone. Hold on. Let me see if I kill my phone, if that might do it. Because
it's me. I'm breaking everything. I'll blame myself. It's Javon's.
No, dude, because we fixed it last time, and that's the whole thing. So, did that make it better?
How about now?
I don't hear any echo.
I put my input on the computer down. Yeah, it's only me.
I mean, no, I don't think anyone in the chat can hear your echo, and you sound absolutely clear to me. But if you hear it in your ears, I can try one more thing. The Monterey says it's only pocket metal. No, he hears it. You do hear the echo? Still echo. Okay, let me try one more thing.
Yeah, everyone does.
All right, turn your gain back up, because I'm going to try something where I reduce background mic noise, which I've never tried before. Why the fuck not? So I'm going to go back to general. Try that one. Check now.
Hello. So far, I don't hear anything.
Gary, the Last Ranger. Are you guys? Your sense sounds like we're at a baseball game. See, it's delayed though. Let's see. You turned off your sound effects last time. I did turn them off, Joe. So you shouldn't be able to hear them. You shouldn't be able to hear them anymore, can you?
Yes, you can hear them.
Okay, but I don't hear an echo. Let's see what.
Dude, don't worry about it.
PM is good now.
I found headphones. I'm gonna put headphones on.
No, you don't need headphones, dude. You don't need headphones. I don't know if you watched earlier, and I wasn't chilling for Austin. I've just been blown away. And I'm sure very few people have watched the videos because they're boring videos because they're penguins. But after he left the show last week, he sent me some knives to check out that I'm sending him back tomorrow. He just let me borrow them because I'd asked about them last week. Because one of the first 5 knives I bought was the $35 D2 Penguin, which if you guys want to know, it's on sale for $25 now at TPK. But was one of my first knives. And for a knife to have such a longevity, and this isn't even it, but in popularity, I thought it was great to see the carbon fiber version, the button lock version.
Everyone is saying that your volume's a little low.
Is it? I can turn it up.
Yeah.
But when you look at the ones that Austin has, they're super nice, which they always have been, but they've been a little higher price. And then the new one, which a lot of people hate Ultim as I fail it, but they also have it in titanium. And this one's S90V with a hollow grind and a sharpening choil, which is new for penguins. And all these knives are on sale. For example, the Penguin Pluses in titanium are $100 right now. The little mini titanium, which does not have a flipper tab, but it does have a thumb stud. And again, you've got to be a Penguin guy to even really like these little knives, but they are so useful. They've got a great tip.
Do they still have any of those in stock?
Yeah. We were
Oh, they
just
do?
looking at- they're out of now. They've, all of his stuff is on sale right now. But
Yeah, I
he's
saw.
got the only thing that's sold out that wasn't sold out today are the titanium exclusive hedgehogs. And see, I bought one of the carbon fiber ones, but I didn't know this until my buddy bought one.
That
And I'm
the
gonna do-
titanium one's thinner.
it's thinner, and I'm doing a review that you're gonna like. It probably won't come out until next week, but I've been not only looking at them at the sale price, but looking at them at the original price, and I've
Yeah.
compared them to and been going back and forth with my Feel Good Jack, which is the knife that spends the most time in my pocket, and the QSP TPK exclusive, whether it be my carbon fiber or really the titanium matches up to it better because of the thinness. And I will be the first to agree with Shane. I don't think it's overpriced because if you read Jack Wolf's statement, they're trying to create a brand that will produce heirloom knives. It's a lifestyle brand. And if you look at the quality, the workmanship, the sliciness of a knife, that forget that it's $105 now, even though this one's sold out, but you can get, where's my carbon fiber ones? Yeah, you can get several carbon fiber variations for 105, but let's say they were 150 like they came out, right? And you could get two M3
Of
knives.
those for the price of one Jack Wolf knife.
I cannot say now. The caveat is pocket metal is just like with Herman's and with some of the things that people like to buy. There is a slight, and I really would like to send you one to compare so you could come to the same conclusion I did. But I'll never be a fanboy. And
Once
I'll
again,
never be,
I've handled Jack Wolf knives before. I've handled lots
have
of
you
things before.
but have you've really and you didn't see that much difference in it. And Kevin,
It's not that I didn't say that much difference. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not made well. I just think the price point is set a little high for what you're getting.
let me
You're
share
not getting something that's like it's high tolerances, but it's all made by a fucking machine.
But let me tell you something that
So it doesn't matter to
I
me.
didn't learn about until I'm in a YouTube chat. And again, it's a lot of different channels that share information. And Rochambeau, who I urge you guys to go follow his channel because he calls people out, and he was calling out that he just did not see the value in Jack Wolf's compared to his Hedgehog and other slip joints.
Well,
And
yeah,
so
half the price. I mean, it's
Kevin got in a big debate about it. Okay. And we know, and what I didn't
you
know.
also know that Kevin is getting every
Correct.
single one of those for free.
Correct. And I also get 0 for free, but I bought 2 that I really appreciate. And I was able to try out the fixed blade that if I was buying knives, I know from buying.
You're absolutely correct, Palmer. I handle lots of wieners.
But the funny thing is I didn't know this, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounded true. I don't know how much cost it would add to it. But he said, Kevin, that because he's worked with QSP, he doesn't know what's his name's OEM is, but he says that they build parts for knives. Like they'll build 500 of these blades, handles, and then they'll put them all together and they all fit together very well within very high tolerances. He said, Kevin, that Jack Wolf's are actually built blade for knife. And I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, that's because they're all different blade shapes and all different handle shapes.
No,
so
no,
they
no,
have
no,
to
no.
be.
I'm saying for each knife. So each Warncliffe is built as a package and then moved down the line to be assembled. So I don't know why that would be an advantage. It sounds like it would be a nightmare and cost more money.
I mean, with typical building of slip joints, that's how it's built. They're all finished. In each piece is is assembled and then hand finished together with like GEC and stuff like that, like the standard way of doing a slip joint. So either way, it doesn't matter. Like it's still going to have tight tolerances, but the idea that it costs that much money is knowing where it's made and how it's made. It's all CNC and it's made in China. It shouldn't cost that much money.
And one thing I wanted to say about CNCs, just from coming from the wood industry, and that's what happened to Survive Knives. If y'all ever watched and Survive Knives were crooks, evidently to start from, but if you watched any of the saga unwind in that horrible situation, they invested in a lot of CNC machines to try to bring up the rate of their production so they could fulfill orders. When we were in the woodworking industry, we were faced with a very similar situation where we could get a CNC machine to make all of our door panels and cut our lead times down considerably, which would increase our cash flow. However, at the time, which was 1999, maybe 2000, to buy a 5-axis CNC machine that would only cut wood, I can only imagine metal.
Yeah, but Jack Wolf doesn't own it. He's getting it made at a company that does.
I know that, but I'm just talking about the simple cost of a CNC machine. So it would have cost us for that wooden one right around $235,000. And then we would have to, of course, have it financed. So you had to have it running. We realized it wasn't feasible because you also have consumables. Your heads and your parts that are grinding still have to be replaced. So I agree that it does simplify the process, but it also, I think, improves the process in certain stylistic or ornamental ways that we used to could not do. And the 6-axis machine that does contoured scales as opposed to a regular flat axis that does your nice flat scales. The PSYOP is a great example. You've got one version with a contoured smooth scale, which was cut on a totally different CNC machine than the one that has a checkered pattern in it. And the one that cut a flat with the checkered pattern probably cost 1/2 of what the other did. My only point to that is mainly American companies. So when you invest in a lot of machinery like GEC, I don't think they're doing it as much to take the personalization out of the process. They've just made a decision that we can make enough knives to justify the use of this machine that's really doing what we had a couple of people do that took a lot of time out of our line. That's my only thought there.
I sent it to you, Scotch. So everyone's complaining about these ads. Now, do you have any power over the ads that happen during your lives?
Jeffrey, how am I trying to draw up revenue?
With all the ads. There's ads
No.
constantly.
I told you guys, and I will stop them right now. I said I went to run one ad while I went to get another knife to give you ungrateful motherfuckers.
It's happened twice since then.
Well, guess what? I can't stop it. YouTube, I don't know if you watch.
That's what we're asking. We're asking. I was asking. I don't know how it works. I'm asking.
Send you a video to this guy named Asmongold who had a Twitch channel. He was the 4th largest Twitch channel, and he didn't monetize.
Can you explain it to us without giving us the rundown of people that we have no idea what that
on YouTube? I'm using their bandwidth. So if I stream for 3 hours, even though we've only got a few people in here, it's costing them server space.
Not when I do it.
Do that for free. When anybody does it.
Yeah, but they don't. How many guys see that during a Metal Monday?
That's right. That's right. And again,
not a one.
People that they talk about, but they've started to slip more ads in, just like they would in a video, because they're trying to get their money back. I can go in and I can ads during live does happen new. I've seen it in a bunch. I have what I
Yeah,
thought.
I've never seen it like even during Big Red or any of those people. They don't have them popping up during their shit,
Hold on
and
one
they got
second.
like 200 people watching that shit.
I just changed it to, and it's not. All right, let me do this. All right, I took that off. It still won't even let me take it off now because I'm trying to. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to share my fucking screen with you because if I was going to be greedy, and I'm not going to get into the drama bullshit now, but I would tell you guys, hey, guess what? Super chat the fuck out of me, or I'm going to bear you with ads because I'm going to make my goddamn money. I never do that. I do it for fun. But can y'all see that? I just clicked into, and I'm doing this through StreamYard, but this is actually through my YouTube portal, right? So I can go conservative, which is on, balanced, or aggressive. I would never go aggressive, but then I try to disconnect it. I don't want YouTube to insert. It's recommended. It's recommended, but can you see that I'm clicking on that motherfucker and it's not letting me take it off?
Just
Let me
are they?
try something real quick.
Will
Hold on
you
one second.
make more than $5
No.
a
Oh,
show off
yeah, yeah.
this?
If people rewatch it, guys, I make on memberships. You guys keep the channel, and I don't do it for money, but you guys keep the channel. I've switched to conservative. Hopefully, there'll be less. I can't turn it off. I'll make sure that I check it next time.
Your
And
viewership has gone down either since I arrived or B since the ads started happening.
I'm not
You got
here
you
for
got one of two
viewers.
problems. It's either me or the ads.
I'm not here for viewers. And like I say, as I get older and I realize things that I see on other
I'm
platforms,
bitching.
I am going to start talking about it more because I don't think it is the
I,
greatest thing for the community. I do. I think they're different levels of grift. Um,
dude, I gotta say that everyone keeps changing their names. Who is Brutal? What was Brutal's past?
that's Crispy Critter. Are you talking? Yeah, that's Crispy
Yeah,
Critter.
okay. And then there was another one I saw, and I was like, that's not that person's name, but I recognized the profile picture, and it's throwing me for a goddamn loop. How did
But
you
guys,
find out who's who?
I'm very fortunate to make this, and I can even show you what I make in my portal because I'm not ashamed to do it. But I'm very grateful to have it. Don't get me wrong. It is just not it's not something I could live on, right? So I'm not expecting you guys to be I'm not that guy. I'm not going to come in and say, "Hey, I'm doing YouTube for a living. Help me out. Help me make a career. Fund my fucking knife journey." I'm not into it for that. That's an average before they take theirs. So I don't know if y'all can see that. And that includes all the gracious memberships. So I think I get 60% of that and or third, maybe 70, I'm not sure. But that's $388, which I'm stoked to have. And you started to see affiliate links. The only reason I put affiliate links, I put affiliate links to companies that I like, that I buy from. And
So
if you
someone
guys
super chat
do,
Javon so we can change the subject.
no, please don't. I'm not
I,
into that. I'm not asking for it. And I'm telling you, if
I hate that kind of shit. I was joking.
but if you but if you
It's a
watch
terrible joke.
But if you watch, there's so many ways. I want sound effects to go, and I'm not even going to talk about the sound
I'm
effects.
gonna fucking die right now.
There's another. I'm not even going to go there. But all right, no more ranting. No more ranting. We have talked about the.
We've talked about how I can never do a live without it echoing, ad revenue, something about Twitch, but I tried to shut that up real quick.
And it wasn't a joke, Jeffrey. It's just I've got so many things that are on the top of my head because it's been
Fuck,
kind
I'm
of one of
dying.
those.
This person, this used to be a different name. What was this
No,
dude's
Crazy
name?
Roach has always been Crazy Roach as long as I've known him.
No, it was something different. I swear. I'm pretty sure either that or someone's got a profile pic that looks exactly like that. See, the screen is like I can't even touch it. How far away the monitor is. So on the thing, it's very small. So there was another person with a beanie on, or whatever you want to call that type of hat that people make fun of me for wearing, and it had a different name.
He was telling me, and I'm gonna show it right now if I can get it to do it. I don't think I can turn the lights off, but this token is also a glow token.
Ah, it's Greg. There you have it. I knew it was a different name.
Greg Vanderlip. I did not know that. I've been wondering where he's been. And let me ask you guys, are y'all starting channels or are you just changing your names? I know Cheeto changes his name
every day, but it's always got something that you can understand what it is. And the icon used to be the same the whole time.
Mark likes, thank you, brother, but you do not have to do that.
I think Mark just popped in. He didn't even, I haven't seen his name up here before now. So it's not like he knew what was going on. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to fucking fix this shit up right now.
What the fuck is going on, guys?
You made it back, buddy. Your trailer's fixed.
I watched. No, it's not. It's not fixed yet.
Is it on the side of the road?
No, it's at the trailer dealership.
I figured it might be something they could just come weld, but I couldn't tell from your picture how fucked up it was.
I have to ask, is it the hat that makes me look dirty, or is it just because I look like a dirty hipster? I just want to know.
I think he was talking about Scotch.
No. It says PM.
Oh.
Scotch is very clean cut looking. I have a big shaggy beard.
I'm trying to grow the neck beard like you.
Dude, it itches. The neck beard is an itchy thing to fuck with.
I can't do it. I hate shaving under my beard, but the itchiness is just too much.
Speaking of live stream killers.
Who, me?
No. That's what Michael Morgan said when you popped in.
Christ.
That's a fine how do you do?
I'm at an all-time low for live stream viewers, and I'm not.
He's not here. He talked me into buying this expensive pry bar, and look, I don't have to.
It looks like another one of those ones where the tip is so thick you can barely pry anything with it. Am I right?
It's kind of sharp.
Is it at the very, 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 very end?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great beer. Can't because I'm too fancy to use my fingers.
You're not going to break your nails now, right?
I'm too fancy.
You got to stick around because we can.
You got to drink that beer with your pinky out.
So
we're down to 25 viewers now. That means y'all's chances for this win are going up exponentially. So
I need one of those little teacups. I have one somewhere.
Scotch, I've been ranting the whole time about.
I've been watching. You have ignored me all night.
But you don't know what I've been holding back on.
I don't know.
Javon holds back.
Pocket Metal came on, and you just went from happy Javon.
I know, right?
It was before I started the show out with. I'm not burdened, but I feel like to do a show, there needs to be content, and I've got. No, I'm not Crazy Roach. I'm not at all, and I'm not even doing a good job with my Discord. I did ask for help with that earlier. If anybody wants to reach out and help me out.
What do you need help with it? You just like
I just want to learn how to really use it so I can utilize. I've got a channel Discord, but I don't know how to use it. I don't know.
I've tried to use Discord twice. It did not go well.
I don't know what
Discord is. Some people use it a lot.
It's like a chat community thing.
Or something?
But it's also an
online.
So I watch a lot of live streams where people
it can go
so
down real quick.
Call in, yeah, it can, and you can always flame it and start another one.
Well,
it allows it a community like this. I do Demonock, and you're eligible to join it, but right now not a lot's happening.
The problem I've had is that because it's like a secret club, so to speak, which is funny for me to say that because I made a thing called the Secret Fun Club. Yeah. So since it's a closed community for the most part, people feel that they can just like let it out, and then out comes like shit that, as people know, me now, it's not like I am is fucking you might as well just go ahead and say I'm woke, right? You throw that word at me. I'm a goddamn snowflake, for fuck's sake. Anywho, someone starts saying racist shit, I throw down the hammer or something.
I want to use it is because I
So
watch
that's
bigger
I stay away from
live
them now.
where you can have call in, like you can have 30 minutes where people who are in the Discord can call in and you can hear their voices. They can ask questions. They can, they can talk. And I would think because it's a very private Discord. And I would think if somebody showed a really nasty side of themselves, that would be enlightening, right?
So what made you, I've been, we haven't talked since I went on vacation and I've been working a bunch. So what are you cranky about?
I'm not cranky necessarily.
It's because his font looks like SpongeBob SquarePants and he doesn't know how to change it.
No, it's just I've been listening to people's random reviewers. Most of them we don't even listen to, but they are inevitably shitting on somebody, something, a group of people. It's just
we're all
it's
friends.
nasty.
Tell us who it is.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. What I'm
Are they
do is
shitting on me? If not, I don't care.
No, they're not. I'm going to start like a 3 a.m. Let's just talk about it. And it's just going to be stuff like that. But I don't ever want to call anybody else. Siobhan, check your Discord, Metal Complex. Yeah, I'd love to see them. Let me pull that up. Let me see if I can pull it up here and share it.
I got to say right now that the Mitsubishi commercial.
Email me and I'll call them out for you. I'm just here to piss people off.
No, it's not that. It's not that I want to piss people off. I just wonder. And when I sneak in and watch some of these things, it doesn't seem like community members see it the same way I do, and maybe I'm flawed in the way I see it, or maybe
there's a lot of idiots out there.
No, maybe because I'm a creator, I see it for what it is.
Whoa! Let's turn back the clock here. What the hell did you just call yourself?
Who, me?
Javon. Such language.
Content creator. Is that what got you?
I'm not a creator. Hey, Kyle Coonley.
He said it. What do they call that? A Freudian slip?
Clean, worth sharpening down the road. But we can talk about it. It's not right away.
You should on PM Daily. That's a whole different, I don't think you can do that.
I am German descent, so I guess that just comes with the territory.
Throw this out there. I do not have any negative thing to say about Metal Complex. I watched his giveaways tonight. He always talks about.
I think he's a little too big for his fucking britches.
Because he is. He has 635,000 subscribers. I know that his head.
What's funny to me is in the knife world, people are like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" Like most of the shit I watch, people have way more fucking subs than that, and they don't act like dickheads. So, really, I agree. Come the fuck on.
I see him as sarcastic more than a dickhead. Now he will pick on, and I've got, I have personal issues with his favoritism, but what he said tonight and what he does every week.
Crazy Rich is trying to make friends on Instagram.
A lot of free knives. He gets probably more free knives than anybody else, but he gives them away, and he says very openly, if I did not give these knives back to the community, I would not be doing my job. And that is a very resonant, hypocritical statement for a comment that he made in an open post. So, and there's a lot of that goes on, and that's very tangential, which nobody hopefully understands. But
I'm confused on your stance on that. If he doesn't give knives away, he's not doing his job.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he positions himself, and he mentions this. He says, I get all these knives for free.
Right.
So I give them away because it's the right thing to do. I know other reviewers who get a lot of knives for free, who hold waffles to get entered to have a chance to win the same free knife that Metal Complex is happily giving away.
Who said that?
I'm not naming names. Go there. It's on live streams. It's documented.
Dude, if I don't know who it is, how did I even find it? It could have been a live stream 5 months ago. I'd have to watch.
You have to go like
I'll
6
send you
months
a
of
link. I'll
backlog.
send
I
you
know of every knife content
I'll send
creator.
you a
Come the
link
fuck
to it.
on.
No, I'll send you a link
Next
to
week, this
to an
time, Pocket
actual-
Metal's
to
living
an
on the street
actual-
because he
to
quit
an
doing his job.
To an actual
Still trying to
guy
watch
who
what
has
live
a
stream it
channel
is.
who spent an entire
I
life
thought for a
and
minute that
talking
you were
about
saying
just
that MC was talking shit about Tri-State, because we all know Tri-State is the one who holds waffles for free knives. I don't even watch the shit. I just hear this. People tell me this is what's happening.
you were very, very warm, but it's just one of those, and people do it for a lot of different reasons. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Melissa Backdoor, and I don't blame her a bit, but I think she posts in her Instagram profile what it costs to have her make a video on your knife.
I know that. I know that.
Very good
I think that the community is not one community. First of all,
I know
it's several small ones that you can kind of group together, because sometimes they talk about things that are sharp and pointy. But other than that, I'm not in the community with MC. Never talked to the fucking dude. How's he in my community? He lives in another fucking country, as far as I'm concerned.
I've never talked to him, but I've listened.
Exactly like I said. Those fucking people in the middle of the country, man.
Are they still louder than me, Paul? Are they still drowning me out? Because I'll just mute those motherfuckers.
Are you talking about me? I got the keys to the truck.
I think Javon has just.
This guy's trying to kick me out of the stream that he gave me the keys to. How the fuck is that going to work?
Javon is just putting ads on Palmer. only Palmer. Javon has directed ads just at Palmer.
If you get served another ad, the best
thing
you can do to make sure you don't get served another one is click on the ad and buy whatever they're selling you, and then you won't get served another ad.
As long as it's a country that understands the fact that I speak bad English, you can send me anywhere you want. I'm ready. Give me a week head time. Deport me, please. I also request that they use the same kind of power plugs, because all my computers are that standard like 3-prong shit. You know, if I have to buy all these adapters, that's going to cost me like $1 million. You know,
I just go on Amazon. Isn't there like a starter?
Yeah, that's true. Oh fucking hell! Yeah, the deportee starter pack. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I have done.
What do I need to go to another country?
I have tried to turn my ads off. I'm looking at it again, and you're just going to have to delete it. And let's see what it says.
All I know is you've been threatening a drama channel for a while, and I would really like you to start one. That's probably the channel that'll make you $1 bazillion on YouTube.
Guys, you guys know that I absolutely bite my tongue, and the last thing I want to do, I mean, I want to, and people will tell you, I try to, and it to my own detriment, I try to mediate disagreements between people I don't even know. I know I'm on YouTube, but that's about it. So I'm not looking for any kind of drama. I'm just looking for peace, love, and understanding. And I just hope, and I think that most people.
That's why I'm worried about you.
There are thousands. If you go to one of Metal Complex's lives, there are thousands of people in there. So of course there are multiple.
Holy shit, Paul. That's a lot of hours. I mean, I spend a lot of hours online too, but it's for work.
Paul spends a lot of times hunting 13 years olds in Call of Duty.
Oh, I'm glad you finished that fucking sentence, because that shit was making Paul look like a real fucking not good guy. You can't start off with saying he hunts 13-year-olds and wait that long to say on a video game. Jesus,
Call of Duty,
fucking shit. Oh my God, poor Paul.
That's who his name.
Everybody next week's gonna be like, "Where's Paul? I haven't heard from him in a while."
I know, right? He's gonna be getting a knock from Chris Hansen.
I don't know if any of y'all you guys don't. You guys probably never upload videos from your mobile phone. I used to shoot all my videos from my mobile. I'd stitch it together in iMovie, and then I'd upload it from my mobile. My iPhone, my YouTube videos will no longer upload from my mobile. They just constantly spin. It's been doing it for over a week. So I have to iCloud drop them because I don't have a Mac to my laptop.
Are you shooting on an iPhone?
Yes. But it always
Yeah,
works
dude. I don't know.
perfectly
Even
up to a week
iCloud
ago.
dropping takes longer than just shooting shit through Dropbox.
Oh, dude. But my Dropbox.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry to go along with Javon talking about shit that no one cares about, but I experience this every day. And yeah, iCloud going, sometimes files take fucking forever. I just export Dropbox.
Can you not
That's fine,
airdrop?
though.
Do you not have a Mac that you drop between?
Yes, I do. And it still takes longer than Dropbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, they're graphic files, you know, sometimes they're big, but whatever. Who cares?
Oh, I watch
No one that's watching.
pretty much all day. Different stuff, weird stuff.
Fucking hell, man.
I just did a possum check. I've also keep having to do a tippy check.
Has anyone got one of Edgy's fixed blades?
No, but I've seen them. Have y'all seen them?
Let's talk about those. Let's bring up a picture of that
I'm
shit.
going to pull up a picture of those. Hold on one second.
Where is Edgy?
I don't know. He's out being edgy somewhere, aka his garage or the nearest Golden Corral.
Edgy.
Are those still around?
I don't fucking know, dude. I went to one once. I was like, this is a horrible experience.
Well, I'll tell you. Okay, so you want to hear a vacation story?
Sure.
All right, so we go on vacation, you know, and I have no idea what's going on. All right, there's his knife.
I feel like that handle's shaped exactly after his penis.
Maybe the whole knife.
Very possible. Let's look at this other
Well,
one.
a famous fixed blade maker once said that it should be as comfortable as the feeling of
Your
penis.
Did you see this post?
Yep.
This is the post I jumped into. Did y'all see that one?
Get that shit off. Oh, never mind. That's Edgy making fun of it. That's good.
Yeah.
I liked it. See,
But
there
what
I
you
am,
don't
pocket metal.
understand is
Bam.
235 Chinese fixed blades are all too expensive. So you can't really draw that particular fixed blade. Now the slip joints are a different story, but that fixed blade compared to this fixed blade, which is more steel, but this fixed blade was $45 more. And it's made by Bestech. I don't know who makes the other one. Now they're a lot less
Jesus
expensive too.
Christ. It's looking prettier. I should probably see a doctor.
I saw a couple of more posts today, but I don't see them on Shane's. I only see that one on
I don't know if we
Shane's
have
page.
Golden Corral out here. Just random thing that I'll say here. I haven't seen one.
People must not be tagging Shane, but it looks like a little chode. How long is it?
It's definitely short and stumpy. I have no idea. He's making another drop of something too. I don't know if this is it. I know this is like the second or third set of knives that he's made, but he doesn't post enough videos to know what the fuck's going on. Oh, that's right. He's making the drop point one. I don't know if that's the new one that's coming out or not. He needs to have a doctor look at his tip. But I'm curious how because I know Shane's not a small guy. And how many fingers he can get on that handle on that thing.
Let's see if we can.
I need to know some dimensions.
Yeah, and there are no dimensions on here anywhere.
Hey, for instance, scroll down a little bit. There's a picture of Shane with a littler guy. Well, I mean, he's little compared to Shane. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That guy right there.
Yep.
Now that guy has more fucking subscribers than anyone else. But guess what? He's a nice guy.
That's
he never
Outlook.
comes off.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Outlook. What's his name?
Right? He never comes off as a dick.
No, there are a lot of people that don't come off as dicks. I totally get that. And that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not one of them, but
and Cedric and Ada. I don't think Cedric and Ada ever come off as dicks. I just
damn it, Demonoc. Why are you figuring in like, you know, stuff that makes sense? Do you think I just had my coffee? I'm not fucking
3-finger knives, according to Kyle, Brother Coonley. I think Kyle has sharpened all of them for Shane. So he has handled many of them.
All right, so we're talking about shitty buffets.
So, yeah.
So, all right, so we're in Tennessee.
Did you eat seafood at a place in the middle of the country?
No. So the big fun thing that they had planned on this stupid it wasn't stupid, on this family vacation was a train ride, but it was in North Carolina. I don't know, some old stupid train. Great. Look at pretty scenery. Awesome. That's all we were supposed to do that day. So I just kind of dressed comfortably, wore some Birkenstocks, and just riding a train.
I love that you have Birkenstocks.
Yeah, I fucking love Birks, man. They are so comfortable.
We would think that would be the shoe company sponsoring Javon, not you.
Yeah, dude. I've always had Birks.
In our Boston, they're so
Anyway,
nice.
so we get to this. It's 100 and it's like we're on the surface of the fucking sun this day. And my wife and her sister, who bought the tickets, there's all these trains. Like it was like the olden days. Like we were like the last passengers on the Titanic. The people that had to go down with the rats. So you have to walk to your train car, and ours is all the way down at the end. They didn't buy tickets for like the nice air conditioned cars or anything. We're in this open air car for 5 fucking hours.
Sweating your ass off.
Dude, yes. And all you saw the whole time, because you're right, you're in the mountains, so it's hillside and trees. That was the scenic trip. Hillside and trees. It was miserable. So we weren't supposed to do anything else. Everybody is just miserable at the end of the day. And then there's some mountain, the highest peak in the East Coast. Fuck, I don't know what it was called. Basically,
54 feet.
20% grade, something like that. We walk a mile. So walking like this steep grade in Birkenstocks, awesome. And then when you're in the mountains, you're never by any restaurants. So by the time we get done, it's like 8:30, and someone was like, "You have to go to a Shoney's. Have you been to Shoney's?" You know what a Shoney's is?
Yes. Shoney's back in the day was known because they have like a breakfast buffet I watched it happen. This is not me lying. I heard about it and then I watched it because it was like empty and we were on the other side of the restaurant. And someone had left a plate with like a bunch of like scrambled eggs, and the lady took it over to the thing and scraped it back into the thing with the rest of them.
But this was suggested to us. Oh, you guys aren't.
God,
Oh, you gotta eat Shoney's. So we go in there and we're like, oh, it's.
This is totally not how you spell it, but I love it.
Yeah, it's a buffet. But we had
minor league Denny's.
Sorry, yeah, it wasn't. Jesus. So that was fun.
Oh God, that's so horrible. Did you get dysentery?
All these great restaurants in this area, and we go to Shoney's.
Did you go with the buffet?
That's all they had.
I said, "Have you ever gone to Shoney's?"
They had my niece and nephew. They're like 8 and 6. They order them kids' meals, chicken fingers, and they come unbreaded. The kids look
grilled, just like healthy by no choice.
Probably microwaved. I don't know, but my little nephew who's 6, he looks at this thing and he's like, "There's no crunchy stuff on it."
What the hell? So you guys are driving. Family vacation should be left. What the fuck does that? What?
It was yeah. So that was vacation. Good times,
dude. I was, when we were young, we went there. Like I'd been there. Like,
but the older you get, you realize that
there was a big
those
boy
kind of
out
buffets
front,
are just.
and they had a menu. You could order different burgers and stuff. It wasn't a buffet. The Shoney's Big Boy was a restaurant where you go in, you'd get a menu, and they had different burgers, different patty.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never been to one of those, but I had been to. So they had a Shoney's, and then. It was like not Golden Corral. Fuck, what is that place called? Something with a Q, I think. There was another one. Like you could go in there and have like, your steak dinner, but you could also like get hit the buffet or what the fuck ever. A lot of places were like that back in the day.
In college, I spent so much time at Golden Corral, it's sickening.
Golden Corral, that's there's a Golden Corral and there was another one, I think, too. But yeah, like you could order like a regular food, but it's none of it's like great quality or what the fuck ever.
I think they've gone downhill. So we get there. So I met my family and her parents and all of them. They drove out.
Yeah, Ponderosa. I've been to all these.
Flew out with my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and their 2 little kids. And so I don't know what the highway is. I wasn't paying attention. So we get off kind of in that Smoky Mountain Knife Works area, right? We're right, whatever street that is. So we're working our way to get to our Airbnb. And of course, these little kids have to fucking go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. So we pull into this gas. It's an emergency. So they pull into this gas station. Everybody piles out. They start walking in. The lady's outside smoking. She goes, "If you're here to use the bathrooms, they're broken. We had to shut them down." And we're like, oh, okay. She goes, "Go across the street. There's a really nice gas station across the street." And we go over there. She's like, "Go to the Shell station right there. You can see it right there." And this place is fucking dirty. And we go in there and we walk out and we're like, "Ooh, she thinks that's a nice gas station with nice bathrooms."
Quincy's? Does anyone remember Quincy's?
I do. I remember Quincy's Steakhouse.
Now, how do you spell Quincy's?
Quinc.
Told you it was with a Q. Sons of bitches questioning my spelling abilities.
I'll pull it up on
I
Google.
suck at spelling, by the way.
We had one here.
So we all come out of there. My sister-in-law, she's like, for some reason there was a laundry basket and laundry in the restroom. And we're like, oh, I don't know. That wasn't clean. Literally a mile down the road, you get into like some newer stuff. And there's just these Taj Mahal of gas stations that are all brand new and just shining on the outside. We're like, wow, a lot of bathroom incidents. We were in Nashville. We had like 4 hours to kill. So we're walking around Nashville. Again, the kids have to go to the fucking bathroom. So we dip into the Country Music Hall of Fame or something to use the restroom.
Pretty cool place.
And my little 6-year-old nephew goes running in. He slips.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And bangs his fucking knee on the urinal. And as I look,
It's a Quincy's ad.
both hands in the urinal. And I was like, oh, buddy, you're going to have to wash your hands really good.
Oh, Jesus fucking hell. You should have cut him off. There's no coming back from sticking your hand in the urinal.
Oh, I was like, oh, buddy. That's not good.
I'm going to find y'all something real quick. Keep talking. Keep talking, kids.
That is a lie. There can't be a place called Park Narkler. What?
Park Narkles?
Are you talking about Fuddruckers? That's the only thing I can... We used to always call, when we were kids, we would I got soap in my mouth so many times cursing, but Fuddruckers, one time my grandma called it fudge fuckers. And so after that, we got away with saying fudge fuckers constantly. Oh, shit, man.
Keep going, guys. I'm about to pull up something real quick.
Good Lord. That name is fucking hilarious. We gotta bring that shit back up again. Fart knockers.
Okay, so this dude has been streaming for like 11 years, and he's he makes millions and millions. You know how much of his income he spends? He lives like a pauper, but he only spends 1% of his income.
Who are we talking about?
Aspen Gold, but I'm going to show you this thing about Twitch.
I went to some Vegas buffets.
I'm trying to find it here.
When I was in like 10th grade.
Yeah. Buffets as a kid are sweet because you don't know any better. And then as an adult, you're like, that sneeze guard's not covering.
The Shoney's Breakfast Buffet used to be one of my favorites in college. We wake and
there's also like these other things that are not buffets, but woo! It's like all you can eat, but you don't get to touch the food. I went to one that was like a place that made crepes for breakfast, and you just like walk through the line, and then they make you whatever the fuck you want, and you can eat as much of it as you want. And that was some good ass food when I was a kid.
So these were people analyzing when he did this other stream and quit monetizing, because he quit monetizing this stream.
Oh my God.
But I mean, this dude's nuts. But watch what this estimator shows. What each one of his streams.
What STDs can you transmit through a sneeze? Oh fuck!
Who's this guy?
I fucking don't know.
He's the
Javon.
he's the biggest Twitch streamer. If you go to Twitch, the fifth most streamed service on Twitch is his channel, and it's unmonetized. And he streams 8 days a week or 7 days a week. And each one of his streams costs Twitch $8,400 an hour, and they keep trying to get him to monetize. So my point is, YouTube may be just throwing in ads because
it moved.
They're not getting revenue. They don't do this for just content.
Can we get PNW Funworks? I tried, I realized so I can jump in and out as I please. I can put Javon in timeout on his own thing, but I cannot give wrenches out.
I'll need to make you a mod in my regular channel. All right.
Can't give out wrenches.
You should be a mod now, PNW. Palmer deleted his message. What did Palmer delete?
I have no idea.
He waved at Paul Mills. Palmer, you're going to lose your wrench. With great power comes great responsibility, young man.
Wait. So he raved at someone.
Start your drama channel, and then on these Friday Night Lives, you'll be able to feel like this is Gadget on it.
And I put Palmer in timeout for 5 minutes. For Palmer, when you come out in 5 minutes, we love you, young white space, Asmongold. He lives in the same house he's lived in for 10 years. The dude, each one of his videos has well over 1 million views. He's got 3 channels. He's sick. He's not in
Palmer does?
He's only in detention for 5 minutes, and when he comes out, he'll get his mod status back. And he just has.
Did you say he'll get his mom status back?
His mod. I took his mod status before I put him in to shame him. Before
what did he do?
Out. He deleted PNW Fun Stuff's comment, and all the comment was telling Paul Mills hi.
That's just rude.
These young whippersnappers.
Hey, it's all good. We're all from different generations, and I worry about the young.
Oh, here. So I guess this is a game that they play where if you don't have a wrench, people time you out. I don't know.
But I'm starting.
That's what it says.
I'm starting a new game. As I ease into the less kindler, gentler John, that I'm gonna pull fucking wrenches.
I want to see Drama John. That's what your channel should be called, Drama John.
God,
that's very close to that B movie. I think it's just called Trauma or something like that.
Dude, there's a creator right now.
They made
he's been around forever, whose channel should be called Drama with X. And it's not even set up that way, but that's all it is a drama channel. So if I marketed a drama channel, I could not only probably grow
Drama with X.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to point them out, but if you look around at creators that have been around,
is he an EDC guy?
You missed it already.
Is it that loser, Marine X?
Repeat your sentence that you said first. Is. What was the next word you said?
An EDC guy.
You said you sexually identified someone.
Is he?
That is not necessarily who I'm talking about.
Well, there's like 5 girl channels.
So you should have no problem figuring out who the fuck I'm talking about.
Marine X, my buddy.
No, that's a girl. That's not a girl. Is Marine X a girl?
I don't know what's going on. I leave for 5 seconds.
Oh, I misgender. It's a girl.
Yeah, and you don't have to call names out, but think about it. This is a person who publicly shit on the knife community about 1.5 years ago and bid them farewell, and now's making sharpening videos, and all they do is rant about knife makers that aren't doing their shit right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, like I say, I don't.
Is it the one who used to be in all the live streams? and then was it?
It begins with an E and it ends with an A.
Erica.
We didn't say that fucking shit.
I said I made fun of, like, I wanted to like her channel, but she was like, use your shit. It's like, shut the fuck up.
That's when she just discredited the knife community as being fake. And
when you talk about, if you watch her enough, and she gets a lot. I mean, people just falling over her, and I might make some people mad. But when you guys, if you guys watch her, you can't honestly say there might be. Do you think that might be some age-related stuff because she is younger and maybe just naive to how the world works?
Absolutely, but I think there's also
she just tried to make a, like, I'm gonna have this stance and be like cool because I'm saying this thing, and then it just snowballed. and
it's like, well, I mean, I know there was.
I think it's even a little bit more nefarious than that. I think it's a little more nefarious than that. I think they're favorites there that are being played out. I think anyone. I don't know. It's just,
dude. I tried to watch it. I tried to be supportive. I tried to be supportive when, because there's not a lot of women making content, or however I should refer to her or them. But at any rate, after a while, it got to be like obnoxious. I was like, damn, I can't.
The problem was her talking about the cost of making an American knife and how they're priced so ridiculously when she has no idea what it costs to depreciate a CNC machine over or pay for people and benefits. And
I'm wondering are you not responding to what I said, or are you not responding to what someone else said? Palmer, you're 12. Shut the fuck up.
Palmer, what are you getting?
I didn't like the. I don't know who that survived knife.
If Kathleen Smith is having problems with you, what is going on? What's wrong with Palmer? Palmer, talk to us.
I don't know. That being said, and for not any reason in specific, but just because
a lot of naivety and they don't really know how the world works. Like, it seems like she's had a lot of her. It seems like there was a lot of struggles, like living situation, job.
Welcome to the real fucking world.
I know sometimes you want to say, like, pull your fucking pants up and go get a job. There's lots of jobs out there, but because you want to work with dogs all day,
she didn't do that anymore. That's one of the latest videos.
She was a pumpkin harvester when I watched.
But what I'm saying is, it's not even that. What the point is, there. It
doesn't matter.
I don't know. You guys were talking about survived knives earlier. I saw a video. She talked about, like, I think she inserts herself into stuff. Fuck, we all do. Who cares? Anyway,
I think she probably marketed them. I haven't looked at that.
Survived knives. They're no longer around. But here's this group of knives that I've put together, and I've contacted the makers, and now you can buy them. You stay out of it. It's none of your fucking business. That dude owes, if that's true, that dude owes thousands of fucking knives
to other manufacturers that she believes can make a similar knife. She's not offering rebates or anything like that to make people hold. And I'm not just talking about that person. That's just one. And I'm sure there are thousands I'm not even aware of. Rochambeau called out something brilliant. There's a guy I never watched. It's CTX. He does hardness tests. Hold on. And he always shits on low HRT. And Rochambeau, bless his heart, noticed that the knife HRC tester he was using is a different kind of HRC tester. So he sent an email with pictures to Laren Thomas and asked if this is the type of, machine that would accurately give an HRC on a knife. And he was like, no, that needs too much weight to do it. So and people, that guy gets thousands of views because if I put out a video that is controversial, or if it's, whatever it is, it's going to get more clicks. And I'm just not about that. I'm not into it. Probably should be, but I'm not.
I'm in this for the money. I'm trying to quit my day job.
He's tired of building above ground swimming pools that no one can get into.
Actually making real money.
I'm trying to find a day job.
I'm tired of making real money. I'm going to move my family into a tent.
It's called a yurt, damn it.
No, we can't.
Oh,
We won't be able
wow.
to afford a yurt on my YouTube revenue, so it's going to be a tent.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, kids. Happy Friday. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to go eat something. You guys have fun.
Peace,
If you don't
brother.
like me, then piss off. No, I'm just joking. But still,
Okay.
everyone can piss off.
We hate
All right,
everybody
enough of that.
equally.
Should I hit the end stream thing and say it was an accident? No, I'm just joking.
I just want to make everybody mad.
Bye.
Later, Bubba. Hey, everybody go
Mercy.
see Rand
Yeah.
Demonoid Monday night if you want to see some different content. I timed out. Has everybody got a wrench? Dude, Palmer, you know I'm kidding you, dude. I wouldn't. That's exactly right. That's exactly who I'm talking out. But see,
Dude, is the guy? I think the guy's an engineer, though, isn't he?
Let's talk about something because that's exactly who I was talking about. I just didn't Google it right.
Let's talk about the amount of knives that I've lost in the last year.
So this guy is a good guy, and I think he means well by it. And I can't find his fucking knives. What's it called again? Let me go back. CDRX.
I just can't wait for your drama channel. Just call it Javon's Hit List.
I'm not gonna do it.
And every week you roast another YouTuber, and it can be anybody, and it'll be great because everybody will watch.
And the funny thing is, there's very little that can come out that I've ever done shady. So this guy, I'm going to share his channel. Y'all go subscribe to it, check it out. I do recommend you checking it out because I don't think he ever started out to do this nefariously because he was very, he's in Canada, but he was very respectful to, and wants to change after Rochambeau did his research and reached out to him. So when he does these steps, let me pull it up. Let's get this real quick. I just want to show you this machine that he uses that I would have not known because I don't know anything about it. But this machine right here, go back to it. Yeah, we can see it. And he thinks this gel he puts on it. Where's that motherfucker? It's not a good video. That's a side view of the machine. But anyway, the machine is dated. And so all of his tests, now this might be a new machine. Anyway, there's a lot of great information out there, but just because you see it doesn't mean it's true. I want to see an HRC test. I watch somebody like Brian, at Transparent Knives, because I know his tester's calibrated and he uses it.
If I want to watch boring stuff like HRC tests, I'm gonna take a nap.
And that's another little rant that I feel like there are a couple of rants that would turn so many people off, and there's no need to even bring them up. But everybody's different in what they like with knives, and for me, HRC is not something that, I want it to be good, but it's not something that I obsess over. I'd rather buy American knives and buy many more American knives lately. But I don't hate Chinese knives. I realize
watch Kyle sharpen knives naked. That's how he doesn't want to show his face. He could just, he could be like the Nick Shabazz of knife sharpening, just naked. There you go, Kyle. You're welcome.
And the great thing is, you think about it, Metal Complex has got one of the biggest channels, and he does not use a lot of high-tech base showing stuff. He just shows knives and talks shit. Kyle Coonley, that's true, and that's expected, right? Because everybody has their own faction. So I don't even blame that. What I blame, or what I don't like, is when people, just like in any type of discrimination, but they want to group in a lot of people around one person's action. One person wronged me in this perceived community or clique, and this whole clique that I've been a part of for 3 or 4 years is no longer worth my time. And I don't think that hurts anybody but the person who's making that decision, but it's just weird to me. But I'm a different dude.
Yeah, wait, something happened recently? Because you're in a lot more like I'm not in any private chats. I talk to
Dude, the only private chat I ever pay attention to, and it's not even for that type of stuff. You rarely see that type of stuff, and it's not drama. Nobody in that chat spreads drama. They just spread fact. Like, hey, just want y'all to know that I picked this thing out and watch this guy, and he does HRC testing. I reached out to him, and he shared his back and forth DM, and the guy was very receptive. And a lot of people mentioned that they'd never watched that channel. And Demonic, I realize that, and believe me, I get comments all the time. That's why I don't spend a lot of time in my comments. I don't worry about that. I feel like the bottom line is just do you and try to do it credibly and do it. Be happy with what you do, and where it falls. So it's all good. Nothing hurts my feelings because, again, after this live stream, I guarantee you I will get 2 or 3 messages, where I have to.
What was the HRC supposed to be? Space.
That's pretty good for a clone. He tested a bunch of clones. Let me find that video. But I think that was on his dated. Let me find that.
I watched his video where excuse me. How he talks about how that machine has to be calibrated and certified. It just sounds like a giant pain in the ass.
I think he really gets his shit. I don't think this guy lacks in any knowledge. I think maybe I don't see this video.
Oh,
maybe that was an older one. But I think people like this do a good service to the knife industry. And I think other people that do similar things are not doing it for the same reason. Maybe this guy's thumbnails are a little sensational, but I don't think he's doing it to sling shit. I think he's doing it to educate and to hopefully companies watch him because he does so much, and maybe they change. Maybe they don't because they don't need to, right? Let me see his clone. This is where he gets that 61 off the Demco clone. Anyway, I don't see it. It's on here somewhere. But bottom line is the Demco clone was 61 HRC. Now he does not test the blade steels, but he puts out good information. I mean, there's good stuff out there, but you'll also find people who put out really good content, and shit just is different. Some people spin it, right? And spinning, I think we all kind of do subconsciously, but we shouldn't try to. We should try to stay as objective as possible. And when you're looking at a knife, it's purely subjective because we all like different shit. It's true, Jeffrey Dawson. Absolutely true. So what we are going to do real quick, we are 38 people in here, and I am going to do this giveaway, which is the Remet Great Sheath. It'll come with the Tech Lock and this ferro rod that I keep separately, but it works great. Multi-clip won't come with it. But what we're going to do is we are going to put in, let's see if I can spell it right. See if I can find the giveaway tool. Uh-oh, there it is. And whether I spell this right or wrong, you guys try to spell it the same way I spelled it. No capitals needed. Throw a hashtag in there. Let them rip. Hater chip. We'll let it go for a while. I'd love to get at least 80 of you guys in there. Oh no, Joe. What'd you send me? I don't know if I showed that yet. Oh yeah, it glows. Joe, I was doing that last night. I was sharpening knives while I was watching, and it's just I need to be heckled, buddy. Keeps me it keeps me humble. And that's one thing I do absolutely share with you guys. I'm so appreciative that anybody watches my shit, that you guys come around. I know it's got a long way to go production wise and knowledge wise. Miranda, what's up? I need to learn, I guess, deeper. Rob's Nerdy Knives, what's up? I need to learn probably more about knives, but that's never what really attracted me to knives, because I'm more of a knife like diddler, if that's such a word. I diddle knives more than I cut with them. I cut with them, and they all
That's
seem to
better
cut
than being a
fine.
kid diddler.
And then I'm one of those weird people who therapeutically like to sharpen. I love it when a knife loses its edge. I sharpened my Spartan Harsey SHR today, and I didn't quite let it apex, but it's still pretty sharp. Everybody's sharing. Look at you guys go. You guys are awesome. Why did I pull up? We've got 29 entries. We are getting there, guys. I'm grateful, Crispy. You guys are too good. So when your name comes up as a winner, you guys have to remind me who you're gifting it to so I can make sure I get it to them. And Joe Isabella, thank you so much for the birthday present, dude. That is some awesome, awesome, awesome shit. I'm stoked. Yeah, help with gadgets. Throw in the hashtag. There you go. And if you guys put in more than one because you think you might have missed it, that's all good. It'll filter them out. Let's see what we got. We got 33. We've got 37 in here. I'm going to give it about 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8. Y'all throw a remet in there. 7, 6. We got somebody in. 5, 4, 3, 3. You're the man, Joe. I love you, brother. Last chance, last call for remet. Good luck, guys. Paul got in. All right, guys. Good luck. And it is going to go to Marco, brother Marco. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, Marco. Rob, I'm glad you stopped by, channel member. I know it has been a crazy week. I'm glad you are here, my friend. I'm glad you stopped by. Brother Marco, shoot me an email. I'll get these boxed up tonight. Yvonne, I can't even put it in my Yvonne's knife legs. At gmail.com. Boom. Hopefully that's spelled right. Brother Marco, you are supposed to win, dude. It all happens for a reason. Shoot me an email. I probably got your address, but it's always good to get a fresh one because that way I can shoot you an email notification so you know that it shipped out. You can track it if you want to. Yeah, guys. Don't know about Off the Edge tomorrow night. I haven't talked to Lefty, and I probably won't do a solo. If he wants to go live, we'll probably go live. But I know G-Ball's kind of moved to Saturday night, so I might let him do his thing. Play it by ear. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to overexpose. I don't have too much more to share. I will tell you guys, I can't stress the value of any of these penguins or other traditional pocket knives on sale right now. To me, this for $100 is a no-brainer. If you like the penguin, that was an M390 in titanium. I kind of dread sending those back to Austin, but I got to get them boxed up tonight and get them out. What watch are you wearing, Scotch?
Omega.
Nice. Space Ghost, is that what you're carrying? I've been carrying mine all day. I love that knife. Probably my favorite Hendrick.
Infomercial.
I tried to tune in because I saw that knife, and I've got a comment about that knife. And Lefty's one of my best friends.
What
especially
knife?
in the creator world? His new the new knife they're coming out with. And it looks to me like something that most people won't see, and I'm not even going to mention it. But
Yeah, this is steel. It's not titanium. It's a Seamaster.
and in all truth, I would do the exact same thing. That's why, I mean, I love KC. He's a good friend of mine. So this is this knife right here. Can you see it? What? It went away.
Seatware.
Pull this one up.
And I
It's a
might have
good
tried
knife.
this
It
today.
splits the size between. All right, that's it right there. See that? What? Let me go back. And I want y'all to tell me. Let me get it open. If it looks like anything to you guys.
Is it the stout?
Nope. Well, it's a cross between the stout and the mash. To me, and this is the same designer or same partner designer, but to me, and again, I'm an idiot. And there's a lot different about it, locking mechanism, everything like that. To me, it looks similar to that knife. And the only reason I say that is because that's one of my favorite CM Design Works, Cullen knives. I love that knife. And I think this is a much bigger knife.
Oh, so
It's
they just
much-
took one of his old
No,
previous
not at all.
designs and
It's
scaled
a
it up.
lot different. I mean, I think it has cues. It's much different, but to me, it's similar. But
Yes,
it is Aztec
that's all.
OEM'd. It is steel liner lock. He's got a lot of cool high-end variations, right? I
Mhm.
want to say the blades. Look at this full dress one right here. I'm not a full dress guy, but can you see that one? Hold on.
But I've already, it was mint when I got it, and I've already scratched it and scratched the blade.
Chris Walsh, up, my friend. Palmer Conley, very similar, but that is okay. And I don't think it's a CM Designs is Colin Mason Pierre, and I don't think it's at all a ripoff. And I know that Lefty gets mad when I compare the nip to my Jaeger Junior. I don't think they look anything alike, but to me, they remind me of each other. And I think we all do that.
He dumped a lot of heat. Like, what was he? Dumped the heat. Like, I don't get it. Like, heat is in knives or heat is in.
I missed it, Paul. I was doing trying to catch up on videos, but I'll have to go back and watch it.
I do too. This is my, well, I had one other brown G10, but it was a lighter. This is true. The Pooh Lego.
You know, it's a tough position. I can only imagine, you know, running a channel and for a knife company, because like I've always told you guys, being in the digital ad space, there's not a lot of options to get your brand out there. And Lefty's got a natural platform. And what I think about Lefty is he's not putting out just knives to put out knives. He's putting out what I think are very good knives. Almost every one I've experienced, I really, really like, and I've kept them in my collection. So I think there's a lot of validity to, let's say, and this brings up another issue that just pisses me off, but I'm not going to talk about it. But there's a lot of validity to having a lot of knives come across your table, experiencing them, finding out what you like, even though you're left-handed. But he's not looking at knives he just likes. He's trying to think how they'll be received. And then he talks to Colin. Colin's a design wizard, and they do some cool shit. And I think Lefty's that last knife he showed is a top liner lock. So that is a major improvement over the Royal. And it's just the blade shape that makes me think of it. But I've always been a Lefty fan, and I know it's kind of Said faction starts in, I think it's about an hour. Hold on. And I always fall asleep on the couch and wake up right at the end. Let's see what time it starts. I wrote satisfaction. But it seems like there are a lot of knives coming out, a lot of people coming out with knives, which is cool. I think the more knives that come out, more people that design knives, that's great. And then how the market, what's up, Delaney? How the market reacts to them is great, right? So you should have a bunch of different choices. And I like to see when people do different stuff. Now, that doesn't mean that everything's going to be received well or be a great knife. Scotch, how do you like your OTF? I think you like it. Your review is cool.
Yeah, it hasn't. It's been great. I've only had it 2 or 3 days.
How stiff is it?
How thick is it?
Stiff.
Oh, it's not. It's probably the most comfortable OTF I've ever fired out of the ones I've tried. Yeah,
very sweet.
You did a good job with the button. Doesn't chew your finger up. So I've been carrying it at work, and this site is really, really, really dirt. You know, when dirt just gets, it's so dry and it's just worked and worked and worked. He's done a lot. So it's so fine that when you walk, you look like Pigpen from Peanuts. There's just a dust cloud following you around. So send that to 5-door to check out. Well, I know his had some issues. Mine is, it's fun.
It's beefy. I like it.
Yeah, as far as OTFs go, it's the handle is taller than like a Microtech, Ultratech, so it's pretty comfortable in hand. Like I said, nothing too exciting yet. Just cutting a lot of cardboard with it at work,
but the blade looks just unmistakably sick.
Yeah, trying to get it dirty to see what kind of a shit show it is when I take it apart. So
I don't think it'd be too bad. He did disassembly. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it seems pretty easy. It's a cool design where it's like that, it's just one thing and it kind of slips apart. And then it's got that central kind of engine, like you would think of, like kind of like how SIG has their modular firing control, that just pops out.
See, I've never taken them apart. Where are my subscriptions? Wait a minute. There we are. I'm trying to see if they're going live tonight.
All my Praetorians are upstairs right now, Palmer.
I don't see them staged, but I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll throw one up here in a little bit.
I don't know what number mine is. Mine didn't come with a number on the invoice, so I have no idea.
But guys, one thing I was going to chat about before we break, and then we'll get out of here because it's been about 3 hours, and I know y'all have stuff to do. But this little knife that I've been ranting and raving about, this little designed up in Chattanooga, I think it's OEM by Best Tech. This little M390 Lookout, which was $200. They just shipped their first 427 Magna Cut USA made ones. And they've got another 500 that'll be coming out early fall. And they have agreed to come hang out one Friday night and talk about it because I think it's a really cool knife. It's smaller than almost all my fixed blades except for like my Chickadee, but it's just a great size. And now they're making them in Chattanooga, which I think is really, really cool because that's only 45 minutes away from me. 425. They sent out 425, and I guess they kept 5 back, and they've got another run of 500. I'm sure some of those will have to hold back because they won't be exactly what they want, but super cool, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Marco, shoot me an email, and yeah, I'm so bad with my memory. And Jay, Cameron, shoot me an email. I'll get these shipped out to you guys tomorrow. Scotch, thanks for coming in, buddy. I kept checking Instagram to see if you were back because I saw that you were still out on the road.
Yeah, well, we're working. We're just driving back and forth every day. We're leaving next week and we will be gone.
Space Ghost, there are a lot of reviews. I've actually got 3 on my channel because I've got 3 different Chickadees, but they're not that in depth. Instead of showing them, measuring them, comparing them to other knives, cutting with them, but there's some other ones out there too. So definitely there's some ones, and I didn't know this, but you don't spell it with a C. It's Chikadee. So if you have a hard time with them pulling up, take out that C and you'll have a better chance. Checking out your Chickadees. But it's a great knife. I love it. Super small. Guys, I love each and every one of you. Scotch, I love you, brother. Have a good weekend. All of y'all. I hope to see you at Said Faction. I don't see that it's going to be live, but maybe it will. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts. Choose debate, not hate. And if I start a debate channel, come join it. There'll be a lot of dates. I love you guys.
That would be epic.
Peace.
Later. You still there, man?